Hey everyone, Mike and Missy MacGuire here, and we have a guest, and that is Steve Schleiker, who is our county assessor in El Paso County here. We wanted to do a couple of videos here based on the most frequently asked questions that we are getting or concerns that we're getting from our clients as we're out there working. One of the things that you've heard a lot is valuation.
Right, with the huge increase in the property values with recent sales, how do you account for that in property evaluation?
So Missy, Mike, thanks for inviting me. As you just spoke, I am now the most popular elected official in El Paso County. But Missy, to answer your question, is your assessor's office uses historical data. So in accordance with Colorado law, every odd year is a reappraisal year here in the state. So of course, 2021 being an odd year, we just finished up the reappraisal and mailed out the notices of value. However, the sales that were used to determine the 2021 and 2022 values were sales that occurred from July 1 of 2018 through June 30th of 2020. And that's part of the Tabor Amendment. So that's that 24-month study period. So that is what's really confusing to a lot of property owners, because they're sitting there saying, is this truly the market? You know, what's going on? And it's not. Our data is usually about 6 months to a year old. And where this could really hurt an assessor's office is, take for example, the recession. You know, back in 2009, 10, 11, we saw neighborhoods that were in a two-tier market where, yeah, there was some arm's length transaction, but there were more foreclosures than there were arm's length transactions. And what happened is, with us using historical data, we mailed out notices of value showing increases in value.
So then, when we are seeing, where as neighbors and homeowners and even in the business, we see a home come on the market, and what we're seeing happen daily is a home comes on the market and we say, wow, that seems like a really big number, but I hope it gets it. And then it goes under contract, and right now we're seeing them over that number. And the appraisers are having a hard time with that valuation. But while we are enjoying this most recent increase in value, and if 2021 is our reassess date, what are the dates then that you are going to be basing those on? What is that time period?
For the next reappraisal?
For the next reappraisal.
So what we're going to be looking at is July 1 of 2020 through June 30th of 2022. So that is where we're going into the next reappraisal, which will be 2023. And Mike, I completely agree with you. Is many of us, that's our number one retirement asset is our home. And we want it to appreciate. So there's some good news, but the bad news is when your assessor sends you a nice love letter saying, hey, here's what the value's doing, there's usually a taxes associated with that come from the treasurer's office.